Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. We had to reset that
Hashtag
stream.
refresh.
We had to refresh it. We had to fix it. We had to, do a little things because actually 5 minutes was just a little bit too much. So we lessened it to 2 minutes. But nonetheless, you guys didn't miss anything.
Nope.
You just missed a little bit of waiting, and we're going into the finals now. Best of 5 online squad versus AES. I think one of the players I want to get on board with first is Nelson. Nelson is one of those underrated players that I really want to focus on here. He kind of was very sluggish when we first started watching him. Then over time, he really started developing as a player and doing so incredibly well. So Nelson is the guy to watch. VMP out. Now, this is one thing that we haven't seen him use as of recently because the VMP's been getting banned.
Yeah, a lot of the games they've been in have been banned out.
So let's see if the VMP is going to make a difference here.
And Hitman could be opposite side of the hill. Currently, nades coming out as well. It looks like Drama trying to just hang this one through. Of course, only 2 points being awarded, but just as that happens, more contested time. Players coming in from that side wall. More shots coming in. Looks like a good hold there, actually, for Online Squad for a short time. But AE is trying to take this one over. A lot of gunfights going down, but no time really being awarded to either team.
Not at all, as we're going to see it very close in points here. Of course, only 30 seconds from gone down. That's going to go down. Simp and Hitman both inside this hardpoint. 3 people inside the hardpoint as well. Now AES probably going to give up on this hill and go ahead and rotate over and get the anchor points. But got to tell you, Online Squad looking pretty strong in the beginning.
There indeed. And of course, you got to keep in mind when it comes down to this next hill rotation is obviously having that back statue spawn. If you can get that one through, you can obviously be stacking a lot of bodies into bottom mansion. It looks like it will be the Online Squad who's trying to kind of defend this one through. As it will be AES just trying to fire away, trying to get some early seconds. But what their main objective is to do is trying to get those spawns, trying to get those in their favor. If you can, it's going to set you up perfectly for the remaining time inside of the hill. Kills going down. Looks like a few kills going in favor of Hitman. Can you find any few of these? An assist will come out. Psychosis as well, and a beatdown just for talking sake. Mox ends up dropping as it looks like Online Squad forcing their way through.
So many kills going down. Skies, though, is really the man of the hour here. He's going to be getting those objective points as well as might be getting a 2-piece. Not going to be able to get that, but he is going to be 6-2. Hitman, though, what his teammates for is going to be able to clean it up and continue where Skies left off. Look at this, finding those angles. Unfortunately, I think he might get shot from the back. Good reaction time. What a turn on, though. Fantastic. Only 15 seconds remaining, and that's going to secure Online Squad at least 15 more points because look at even getting a kill there. Fantastic. So he's about to earn his first score streak there.
He's got 40. He's going to have, like, what, 53 seconds or something like that? I mean, early on, he has gotten like a majority of all of their points, all of their seconds, really, and he's also leading in kills as well. Hitman is doing it all right now for his team, of course. So
just short of that lightning strike, though, which is really unfortunate. On board with Mox to see what he's going to be up to. Anchoring back there, getting some good kills. Sally him inside the hard point for Online Squad. Drama is going to be able to get it, though, and clean it up, and he's going to take over some points as well. Online Squad, though, doing very good work. I mean, obviously, Online Squad, they viewed them as S&D stars, but showing their versatility here in this hard point, looking really well against Team AES. Now, a lot of pressure on the line, $295 to play it out for, so very important. Every kill is, in fact, going to matter here.
Looks like Cilium with an RK5 in hand, playing a little bit of ring around the rosy, but seems that his journey is going to end for a little bit of time. And of course, rotations getting ready to come into rocks after these next 10 seconds. Of course, everyone's kind of preparing, getting their specialist meters up for Bunker Hill, which is going to be coming up after this next rotation. So kind of keeping that in the back of their minds as well. Hive going to be in the hands of Simp once he obviously respawns up and might actually have that for that Bunker Hill. But it looks like challenge coming in from Drama, the active camo, completely catching Skies off guard, a great use of it. As it looks like Online Squad continuing on their points, but AES getting a few here and there.
And breaking down the scores here, I mean, it's kind of slowed down a little bit for Online Squad slaying-wise. I mean, you look at both KDs on AES and Online Squad, and relatively even on both sides, but the difference maker for the Online Squad is you see the objective times, all players doing considerably well. Johnny from AES still has yet to get some objective time in there. They've got to start working as a team, getting these cutoffs and just overall being aggressive, but Online Squad looking so great here. Drama trying to make a difference here. A little scattered there with the shots. He's going to go down, and a rotation is going to start occurring here.
I like this from Online Squad. They kind of realize, you know what, we don't have the spawns right now. We kind of need to focus on this. You know, granted, who cares about the time? You know, granted, AES is kind of slowly but surely catching up. Nelson's not going to have any contestants for the last few seconds here. But the rotations are going to be so important. One player going to be baited out in some cases, but Simp is able to find the response. So this is a big play from him. Actually going to have that scythe in the back of his pocket. Johnny firing through. He's actually going to have the War Machine. So it looks like a few of the specialists might have been switched up potentially. I know Mox originally did have that hive. That might have been what caused the restart, essentially, but we'll see what ends up happening.
Tempest not connecting with anything, and that's really unfortunate. Destroying those clones, but not destroying the main player there, and he's going to get taken out. And Johnny going ham here, getting a huge three-piece. Mox as well, cleaning it up. As pressure is on here,
Johnny.
and look at Johnny. Johnny is on
Bravo,
fire.
Johnny.
Johnny has done so well, and look at the comeback from AES. They're going to manage to probably take the lead here from this hard point alone, and they're going to rotate over to the next hill. Good stuff. Wow, the kills are insane. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Now, of course, though, online squad, are they going to have the leg up on the rotation? That's the question here, as we're going to see AES for the first time in this game is going to take the lead. That
was a perfect definition of why you need to get, bunker control, right? Because online squad was completely dominating them in the first couple hills. I mean, they did pretty well in the first hard point. They dominated in some cases into bottom mansion, and then just like that, one hill can completely change the entire game. That just goes to show how influential and how important bunker is for this map. And obviously AES completely showing that, and now they're back in the game after one hill versus 3 others that majority of the time online squad was getting.
Give it up for your favorite team in the chat, guys. AES for online squad. Who's going to take it? It's so incredibly close as online squad inching their way back to overtake the lead here. Will they be able to do so? It looks like they will, as AES putting up a huge fight here. They came back from a 70-point deficit and managed to even and up here. But Johnny was the real big player there, going from negative to positive, 23 and 17 with the 40-second objective time, was able to turn it around for AES. Can they continue to do so? Nelson and Simp fighting it out for this hard point, but Simp, the overall victor, lock down the final points. And look at that, gets the two-piece, jumping over some bullets, and he can't make another miracle happen. He goes down as Salium from online squad. It's going to be the first one inside the hill.
This is a big gunfight. If Skies can win this one, they can have spawns, but nobody's going to end up dropping that one. That's going to be big because now it's going to be AES who have the preferred spawns, it seems. There is one player in the back. If Nelson can win this one, that would be absolutely huge for his team, but it's not going to go through. And of course, AES do have control for the time being, so all online squad really have to do is just obviously keep in mind they do have the spawns and just constantly push as many bodies in the hill as they can.
Yeah, 2 minutes remaining here. Still plenty of time for both players to make something happen here. RK5 out. And made out as well. Not able to make anything happen, as we're going to see Nelson getting those well-needed points to tie it up once again, as it looks like he will do so. Rotation already happened. I'm loving the fight for Anchor here. We're already seeing a huge fight for Anchor going down.
Oh, wow.
Nelson, huge kill there.
That was great
as they overtake the lead once again, and it looks like Online Squad is going to, or actually AES able to get it again with Johnny coming in big. And there it is. So Online Squad's going to get those trash points, but they need every point at this point. 132 to 127 rotation has occurred. AES beats them to it.
Shots coming in. It looks like Drama going to toss that nade for a few yards. Not going to happen or find anything as of yet, but Online Squad on the rotation like you mentioned. Looks like a few players dropping from the side, couple coming from that bunker side. Cillian just trying to stay alive for as long as he can. Drops one. Another player in his midst. Can he drop that one as well?
Get three? Yes, he can!
Thanks to a teammate. Cillian absolutely going big with his teammates. Only 75 points off of a Cerberus. That would be absolutely massive if he can grab that. I hope the EMPs are going to be the hands of AES because, I mean, that could be a major factor. But as I was saying that, he actually doesn't end up getting it.
Lightning Storm and Hellstorm, and it's missed here as he's not stopping. Nelson, Drama inside that hill. Nelson doing great work just staying alive, but the player comes from the back, and that's him and Johnny with a nice nade kill there with the Simtex able to get it, and actually gets a three-piece. And looking to get the fourth one, trying to get an entire team kill here. Not going to be able to do so, but with that, though, secured it down. 150 to 149. Online Squad now overtaken at 151 to 150. It's back and forth.
We were asking, you know, these seem to be pretty competitive. You think one's going to kind of over the other? I think they're kind of showing us how similar they are right here.
Very similar indeed. I mean, look at the score. So incredibly close. The objective time for AES at the beginning was so low, and now everybody relatively even here, just within seconds of each other, minus Max, who's about a minute below him. But nonetheless, though, he's slaying it up, 26 and 28. Another kill going down. Time is dwindling away.
Wow. It is. The Simp ends up getting dropped actually from behind. So nice little group of kills coming in from AES. It seems they like to kind of stalk their prey before they end up locking it down. But 25 seconds left. The rotations are getting ready to come in as Mox ends up falling in. Nelson trying to regain control like he did previously. They did a great job at AES at obviously holding down that bunker hill on the last set of rotations. And it seems that they are trying to make sure that rotation does come in. Celium going to be here. He can have that Psychosis in his back pocket. Johnny going to be locking down these spawns, tossing in a few nades just to make sure he's got all of his points covered. One player going to be coming from his right. This is a big gunfight that he needs to win. His rotations start to come through. Looks like his teammate's going to shut that one down. And the side of Online Squad is not really going to have too much of an answer at the moment, as here comes a few AES team members, and here comes Johnny.
That's the War Machine. Here's Johnny, but not able to get any kills with it. Sky's able to clean him up. Good stuff on his part. And there it is, Hitman with some more kills. And Online Squad continuing their narrow but still lead. They might be breaking 200 points from this hill as time is dwindling away. AES got to get to work here to come back here. I know there was a lot of hashtag AESs in the chat, some OS as well. I don't know. Hey, it could go either which way with just a minute remaining here. 3 people inside that hardpoint. AES now able to overtake it. Johnny, though, is going to be contested. His Online Squad pushes in with the vengeance and retakes it.
They would need a great push overall from the side of Online Squad. Of course, there's contested time coming in from Nelson. I would like to play. Granted, they're not getting points, but at least they're trying to delay as much as they possibly can. So we talked about AES. Did a great job at nailing down this hill on the first side of rotations, while Online Squad doing it on the second side of rotations. It looks like we're going to see a hailstorm potentially come in.
Only
able to take out one. So
they were kind of clumped up there. You thought there was going to be at least a 2 or 3 piece there, but unfortunately not able to do so. But fortunately, though, AES is going to be inside this hill, and a lot of time from this hill remains, so they can definitely tie it up and take a nice little lead here. Look at the 2-piece, huge from Johnny. Johnny has heated it up. He's going to definitely drop a 40 bomb here. 39 and 31 at this point, as another lightning strike is going to be coming in, not connecting with anybody. That's a waste of the streak, and that's really unfortunate. The RK5 coming out, manages to pick up 1 kill. Can he get the 2-piece? Yes, he can. Simp looking so good, but a lucky Simtex comes in from Johnny to give him the 40 kills in this game here. Drama about to break 40 himself. Celium too. The kills have been great here. Online Squad with the lead here, but will it be enough?
Wow, and Simp is marking an AR, and he's had that many engagements. He's nearly at 50 kills already. Celium at 40 respectively. The other side, Johnny 42 kills, Mox at 33, and Drama at 38. So a lot of high kills. Looks like both squads are at least going to have at least 2 40 bombs for some of their players, but the current hill being held down right now by the Online Squad. Simp trying to watch that flank, of course. Got to watch through that main side as well. Skies ends up dropping it down. This is the last second opportunity right now for AES. They cannot allow Online Squad to get any more points. But when Simp is going off like that, it's very difficult to do anything. AES rushes in. And of course, you got to keep in mind that time is a factor. As long as players are not inside the hill or it's contested, time will be going down. But if players are inside of the hard point, that is the only thing that's in their favor. AES having 2 enemies at the time.
Look at the time, deadlocked at 26.2. As it looks like Online Squad might be taking this away. 243 to 204.
Ooh, this is some body shots coming there.
So incredibly close. I mean, you know, Online Squad just, they started off with the lead. AES was 70 points down, but AES managed to bring it back. And it won, you know, I mean, really, that match could have went either which way. I mean, bring up the scoreboard here, and let's look at the overall kills. I mean, you're talking about some awesome slaying capabilities here. Celium going 43 and 37. Jet going, or Simp, excuse me, going 48 and 41.
For sure. I'm going to take a look at the lineups, see what the artillery is kind of looking like for either side here. I do see Simp with that sniper rifle, so that's obviously going to be a major factor to be looking out for. Not anything out of the ordinary for the most part, but I'm looking to see how Simp can potentially do with that sniper rifle off the break. He might try to go for the top grandma's check off the start here. He's going to have a nice line sight. He's going to see one head push over toward B. He's not going to spot anyone just yet. And, of course, obviously not finding anyone is going to switch back to the M8. A good overall start for him. As Hitman's looking inside of 10, not spotting anyone as of now.
Not anybody just yet. Really slow start at this point. Hitman with the bomb. Looking at the overmap, we do have some gunfights going down, and that's going to be a player off of each team there. And Celium is going to trade with Johnny. Looking at Skies currently from his perspective. Got that AR out. Loving the camo on that gun.
It is very nice, isn't it?
It's really, really
very
nice.
pretty.
It is, it is.
I would probably get distracted if I was playing right now.
He's rotating. Actually, he is going to find a player up on top, though. Top grandma's not actually, that player's not going to be spotted, but there's going to be a player in front of him missing his shots. And that player's actually going to be really aggressive. And it looks like Sky's going to go ahead and backtrack now. 2 players down for his team, so it's Sky and Simp. They are spread apart, though, on opposite ends of the map. Now, could this play a positive factor, though?
It definitely is a possibility. Of course, Bomb Yard picked up by Simp. Immediately turns the corner. He might try to go for the rotation. This is a very risky play if he does try to go for B, going literally through middle street. Unfortunately for him, there are 3 players. One teammate gets met with a couple shots. He's going to respond with that one. 1 versus 2 now. Realizes the bomb can't get planted. He meets one through middle street, and that's going to be his end. Nelson cleans him up. And overall, it was a really good play from the side of Online Squad, because what they were trying to do is they were rushing 2 on either side. They're being a little bit more passive when it came down to being inside of 10, but they had 2 players over inside of tracks just trying to bait out those shots. So essentially what they're trying to do is say, you know what, hey, we're firing shots over here. We're most likely going to be planting the bomb. When in reality, the bomb's on the other side. It just happens they didn't win their gunfights, and they had really 1 player on either bomb site, and the numbers just really weren't in their favor.
Well, we'll see if they're going to continue that strategy later on. Now we're going to have to get to see what AES is going to be up to on the offensive side. Drama's going to be the bomb carrier. It looks like they're going to be heading for that A bomb site here, right? And 3 strong, in fact. But Johnny goes down. Now, will this cause a rotation or a change in strategy here as Drama looking out there. Tac mask in effect. Drama trying to get this player here. He's well in pursuit. He's going to opt to back away at this point. Middle control, totally controlled from the team of OS. Cat's out of the bag, though. They know they're going to be at the A bomb site. We might see a bomb plant here. Not just yet. I don't know if I agree with that.
He's going to rush this one out. Obviously looking for kills right now. Looking through middle street. He's able to find one. So just like that, that's going to be a 1 player traded from either side. And now Mox left in a 1 versus 3. That'd be absolutely crucial. If he could lock this one down, of course, meets 1 player at a head glitch, decides to back up, and he's getting ready to be rushed pretty aggressively.
Oh, wow. That player jumps right over and
but
can't get the 2-piece. I thought that was going to happen.
Not going to go through, but Skies cleans it up.
All right, well, 1-1 is going to be the score. I mean, it's close, just like the hardpoint we just saw, right? So, obviously, offense, both teams losing the offensive side.
Yeah.
Okay, jumping over. I love that kill. Defense seems to be the way to go, at least for these players. So, who's going to win the first offensive one? I think that's going to be really the game changer in this. Obviously, a little early to tell that, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction and commit with it. So, now we're going to see the team of AES. They're going to be on that defensive side. We're going to see OS on that offense. And let's see if they're going to change up strategy. It looks like they have all 4 now committing to the B. They split up in the first round. Now they're going to stick together. Let's see if this makes an impact. But Simp already down, as well as Celium. Drama being dropped as well. 2v2 now, though, as we're going to see Mox go down. So really aggressive start there, but Bomb is down, and I think AES has picked up on this.
Yeah, that wasn't really an abnormal spot for Johnny to be in. That's really the typical spot that you want to check. Of course, he was able to find 2 kills. They really relied heavily on that 1 player to try to pick him off that head glitch. Well, fortunately for them, though, they are able to get the bomb down in retrospect. So a 2 versus 2. Fist out. Will the guns be out, essentially? This guy's going to turn around that corner. Might have spotted that player on white truck. If he didn't, at least he heard him. That's going to be a nice shot, but of course, he gets traded 1 versus 1. This is a massive gunfight. Bomb is down. 25 seconds left to work with from Skies. He's going to check that one and realize he is in an opportunity to back up. Nelson checking through middle street.
They might meet each other right here. Now, still time remains, though. I think actually Nelson oh, the bomb's going to be defused now. Skies, did he pick up on this? He's got to check the bomb. Come on, check the bomb. He's going for the wall bang. Will he get the defuse? No, just a hair away. OS
Nelson
narrowly taking that victory.
That's a play where you're like, you know what? I could try to find this kill, but I might just try to do something else. And that was a really interesting play from Skies. I love how he pre-fires that. Just like, maybe he'll get off the bomb. Maybe just that little sliver of someone who's like maybe checking, I might try to get off it. But still,
right.
I mean, it was an admirable play from Nelson there. But just in the end, good play from the OS squad. They're able to clutch up, and that's going to be 2-1.
You know, really, one thing that I really liked is you see so many teams like now, it seems, try to treat S&D like any other game mode. They try to go for kills, right, instead of being, you know, strategic and getting that bomb plant down. They don't understand how much pressure laying that bomb down adds, right? So I love the fact that OS came in there confidently and was able to plant that bomb quickly and effectively, and I think that's what made the difference in that round to win their first offensive round. Now, of course, they're going to be on defense. Now we're going to see what AES is going to be up to, but look at the slide coming in. Nelson taking out Hitman there.
He paused for a second. He's like, how did I just get that?
I like it. Bomb is going to be here at A. Now, see, this is what AES needs to get this bomb down. See, I don't want them to be so passive. Now, they will be laying it down. It's going to 4v2 situation. Shooting the bomb, but not shooting the player. But the bomb's already been planted. And Celium's last up.
Yeah. Good luck to Celium, especially with the bomb set they're going to be in. I mean, it's as tight quarters as it can be. And he's not obviously going to win that one. Mox and the boys from AES looking great overall. I mean, they were able to take that one over. You know, played pretty well. I mean, they really rushed in that bomb site. That entry kill from Nelson was absolutely massive. If he doesn't find that kill, the bomb is down, and it's 3 versus 4. How do you rush that out? You don't know exactly where the opposition is. You got another opposition player going to be on that bomb head glitch. So that was a really crucial kill from Nelson. He completely opened up that bomb site, and we talked about how underrated he is. Little kills like that mean so much, but it only pops up as 1 kill on the stat sheet.
You know, you look at the OS squad, Sky's doing so well. It's 6-2, but the rest of the team telling the story of why it's so close, dropping some low numbers there. They need to step it up. Simp going to be your bomb carry, but Drama right off the bat trying to get a kill on Simp. And Simp, as I was just talking about him, we gave him some extreme love, and he manages to get another kill as they're going to be rotating over for that B-bomb site. Nelson being really aggressive here, can't hit fire, and there it is. OS is going to take a great win there.
Yeah, that was a very fast run. Like I said, we talked about the overdrive. Like I can't remember which player it was exactly. I think we'll obviously be able to see here. But one player ends up using that overdrive. He rushes inside a small room, and nothing comes of it. He tries to rush out of sight, and in a sense gets burned for it in the end. So it's essentially, that's like we said, we talk about the use of overdrive. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Well, in a sense, that player gets burned, and now he's going to have to wait for that one to completely respawn back, and he might not even have it for the rest of the game.
3-2 is going to be the score, and Nelson with the bomb.
And it was Drama who used that, by the way, the overdrive. So.
Drama used the overdrive, okay. All right, so looking at it now, taking it really slow. Now, the last match was really explosive. Now they will
doing the exact same thing.
We'll be over here at the A bomb site. He's going to dip out that window and rotate around. Now, I might like that play. Might have the opportunity to surprise some people. We will see some players rotating around here. Nelson about to get a gunfight. Will he be able to win it? Yes, he does. That takes out Hitman. And Simp down as well. Nelson not wasting any time. He's going to go ahead and play that bomb as Celium and Skies now are going to have to be really aggressive here. They got 4 players to take out. Celium passes up. Mox there. Mox easily takes him out, and Sky's now in a 1v4. Got to make a miracle happen here. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen as these players switching it off left and right. 3-3 is the score. It's all tied up. You know, we saw in the beginning both teams were struggling offensively, and now it seems offensive is the way to go. It's just crazy how these teams adapt so quickly.
Yeah, AES have found a pattern that works for them, right? They rush that A squad. Nelson is able to get a nice jiggle peek in the corner. He's able to shut down one player to kind of free up inside of that bomb site, over on B. So, I mean, realistically, over on A. So, essentially, they just have a system that works right now. And really, if Online Squad can't get a good offensive round here or there, this could essentially be what exactly kind of is their downfall for this game number 2. And, of course, them already being up 1-0 in a best of 5, this is exactly what you want. You want to be up 2-0 heading into an uplink or heading into a game type that you're definitely more talented in. But off the break, though, Online Squad playing pretty passively. Of course, one player going to be at the end of the tracks. That is going to be Johnny. Relaying information saying that this push is possibly a likely one. The Hitman through middle street. Looks like both players dropping for either side. You
know, we saw in the beginning, OS was taking that 2-2 split. Now it seemed, then they actually switched off to where they were all pushing at the same time. Now they've split up again, and obviously not working, right? They split up. They kept 3 together, but then they kept 1 in the back to watch that flank, which honestly is not needed, I would say, at this point, because you haven't seen anybody from AES try to flank around. So at this point, sticking together seems the way to go. Now they're going to lose this offensive round. They're going to be switching up. AES now going to be on the offense. But, you know, it's just I think the way to go is sticking together, and we haven't been seeing
of course.
that. You know, I don't think splitting up is the way to go. But then again, like I said, no one's been flanking either. So you know, at this point, it's just so incredibly close that I think both sides are doing all right.
For sure, and I'm curious to kind of see AES completely just jukes out Online Squad for the moment. Of course, one player is going to be there. It's going to be selling.
Look at them; they're all split up. One team's at A, one's at B.
Exactly. So like we said, that formula that works. Well, now you got the team on their back heels. Yep. You think they're going to be rushing the same thing? And granted, they get the bomb down. But how can they hold this one? Of course, 4v4, just as I said, that Mox being taken out for that first blood. And just like that, another kill coming in from Celium. So just like that, Drama able to end up dropping. And just like that, we talked about the rotation coming in, and maybe this is a really good moment for Online Squad, obviously. I think they lose that last offensive round in a pretty dominant fashion. They come out in the defense, and they drop one player.
I got to tell you, they have been trading rounds left and right. I'm really impressed by both performances here. It really mirrors that Hardpoint. I mean, that Hardpoint was incredibly close. Now the Search and Destroy is incredibly close. Now, I cannot stress it enough how important it is, though, for AES to win this. Online Squad won their first Hardpoint. AES needs to win this to tie up this best-of-5 series, or else they're going to be up 2, or they're going to be down 2-0 or 0-2. And if that is the case, of course, they're going to be losing out on a lot of money. I mean, it's $295 for each player, but if they go down to second place, it's $70 for each player, so a lot of money on the line.
Indeed it is. And Celium, Psychosis, he's going to have that specialist. Trying to be very, very careful, of course, but no one's going to be on those head glitches off the break as Hitman yet again finds that first blood on Nelson. Drama responding with the kill on Hitman, and just like that, players coming into Brick side, and no one going to be able to stay alive for the time being. Simp going to be a little bit on a flank potentially. Skies with that bomb in his hands in very, very close quarters. Able to back out with the VMP. No kills going down just yet, but it might be AES who decides to back up. It looks like a kill going down there for Drama. Skies, 1 versus 2.
Yeah, Sky's in a 1v2 situation. Now, he does have the bomb, and he's rotated B. Now, if you notice on the minimap, AES is going to be at the A bomb site. Now, I don't agree with him cutting through middle. Hopefully he doesn't. He will for sure be spotted through the window.
He does have dead silence and blast suppressor.
Oh,
so
he's actually, man, he's actually rotating, looks like over to A, but actually this could work.
Oh my goodness, this could be the best timing in the world for him.
Wow,
he's going to get the
look at
perfect
that.
timing.
Wow.
He completely out-jukes them, but he's going to be careful whenever he gets this bomb down that he rotates through the correct line of sight, because if he enters in through right here, this cannot be good. He is going to have his glitch, though. This could be a perfect opportunity to use it.
Now, actually, this could work out in his favor. AES is sticking together. One's going to be going for the bomb diffuser, though. He's going to be looking through the window. Will he be able to see that the bomb's going to be defused? He's going to spawn one of them. Can he get the two-piece?
Oh my goodness, he can't. He doesn't use his glitch.
Oh, you're
Drama.
killing me.
You don't want this drama.
Oh,
you don't want this drama.
Drama says nope, takes him out, and AES takes a huge win. That puts them up 5-4, and man, I can't stress it enough. This is a huge round to win.
Wow.
I really thought for sure there he's going to be able to get that two-piece, but Drama shuts it down. I mean, you talk about such a close. Look at this. I mean, they're stacked together. They're wanting a two-piece to happen on them.
Essentially, what needs to happen is that player just needs to use the glitch, right? He glitches out of that play.
Gosh.
That guy has, what, 8 seconds to defuse the bomb? I mean, I know it's a lot easier said than done, right, to try to do that. But still, you have the glitch, man. You got to use it in those situations, right? But
well, the glitch is still there, though. So
yeah, I mean,
maybe
he still has it, but that would have been the perfect situation to kind of put it to use. But still, as we do digress, AES going to be on game number 2 point, essentially, in Search and Destroy.
Oh, my
One player actually drops for the first blood. Hitman, what is Hitman doing? He's just absolutely melting players for that first kill. And it looks like AES going back to their bread and butter, trying to plant this one out. Nelson has been the major factor. He does the exact same play for the third time.
Another player to his left and in front. If Nelson can lock down this A-bomb site, they're going to be looking really good now. Already they have the man advantage. It's currently a 3v2 situation here. As Simp goes down, Sky's last up. Get on board with Skies. Let's see if he can do this. 1v3 situation to keep them alive here. So crucial, but unfortunately, with those shots not getting a kill, the bomb goes down. Cat's out of the bag. They know exactly where he's at.
He already used his glitch earlier in the round.
He's already used it. With the AR pushing that A hill, it's going to be really tough for him.
Yeah, this is kind of like a good luck situation if you're in the call right now. Like, good luck, man. We're just going to try to be as quiet as we can to make sure you can hear everything possible. But here comes one player. Active camo gets rocked, and Johnny
the active camo
going to finish it out. That's going to be AES, who walk away with game
one player I want to start off with is going to be Simp. And the reason being is because Simp, we saw tear it up, okay, in the previous round. So here, maybe a little bit different story. It's all about controlling these lanes. Middle map control on this map is so big, okay? So we'll see if they're going to be able to do so. And Simp in a perfect position to control that middle map. Just as I was saying, Flash is going, and he knows something's going to happen. And look at that shot. Even if he didn't get that kill, that's impressive nonetheless.
Is indeed, of course, shots being exchanged off the break. 2 players dropping from either side. Actually, AES going to have 2 down for the moment. 3 down for Online Squad. Celium trying to revenge his fallen comrades. As a few of the AES players getting a little bit of mid-map control. Watching that right side lane is Celium. Trying to make sure he can hold off for as long as possible. Absolutely destroys Johnny off to the side. That Shiva not going to come into play, at least for right now. Both teams, just trying to be aware of who has the drone. It looks like Simp is going to have that one in his grasp for right now, waiting for his teammates to kind of watch over. Now Simp is going to have an opportunity to try to go for a one-point play. Can he knock that one through? It's going to be a little bit under, but no, it's going to bounce in.
Wow.
A beautiful shot there coming in from Simp. I constantly talk about with the younger teams who aren't as involved with the pro scene, you got to hit your one-point tosses, and it seems that OS has also got that one kind of checked off the list.
Well, 0-1, and you know what? We're seeing a much different play here. We saw in the first AES game that we saw on Uplink. Of course, they played considerably well. Within the first minute, they had actually 4 points, and now they only have 1. Online Squad definitely posing a challenge. Now, mind you, they're both deadlock at 1-1 in this best of 5. Whoever wins this is poised to take the victory. So this is a huge round for both sides, especially that we're going into capture the flag up next, a slower type of gameplay. But bomb carrier, Celium, moving his way forward, taking some shots. Will his team be able to back him up? One player from Team AES to block the shot. Is he going to be able to get in there? There is going to be one guy in front of him.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. Can he do it? He's going to go ahead and go for a throw. It's going to connect. No, it's not. Just short of it, just a little bit above. Going in for the kills, though, not giving up. He's going to go down, and Johnny with some good stops.
Indeed, he's going to maybe try to reset the drone, but he actually can have a few teammates in front of him if his teammates do end up dropping out. As you can see, he's getting ready to reset that drone just in time. So Online Squad not able to fire in through a second one-point toss, but unfortunately for AES, they've got the drone yet again in their grasp. It seems that Cilium is going to have that one in his hands for right now. One player just below him. And Skies is getting ready to potentially challenge that one, able to do it. A great overall push on these players, as they've definitely worked together in the past. They might try to continue on their streak of points. It looks like Cilium's going to have a free 2-point dunk. The rotations as well as the overextensions need to come in from AES, or this could be a streak of scores coming in from OS.
I got to say, it's so incredibly close at this point. I mean, really, it can go both ways, but you're seeing some great communication, it seems, from Team Online Squad, who's doing considerably well. 4 down, Cilium going in with the orb. He's going to be able to catch that maybe for a 2-point, but no, Mox not able to stop it. He gets it a little bit too late. He does get the 2-piece, but hey, wasn't able to stop the score. 5-0 as it looks like Online Squad is heating up.
I love what OS is doing, right? Because they're getting drone control, and they're slowly but surely making their way up their map. They have no problem with, trying to hang back. Because a lot of times you're going to see teams, and they try to be way too aggressive, right? You'll have one player who just tries to make a hero play. These guys are playing incredibly slow, very methodical, getting 3, 4 down, and then making a play happen.
Kills.
And just like that, there's 3 and even 4 down for a short time. Now, CM's going to have an opportunity, as he gets the ledge boost as well, to knock that one in. They're playing slow, they're playing methodical, and they're getting 3 and 4 down and really just countering off of it, and AES have no response.
AES just a little. I mean, every time they get those kills, it's already after the 2-point score. I mean, they're just shy.
And there he goes.
He did take that to the face, and he lived. So impressive on his part. But AES, what's going on with them, Landon? I mean, you're seeing obviously no middle map control. I mean, Online Squad is just rolling with it. I mean, they've managed to finally put something on the board. But this is almost a mirror match, if you will. I mean, AES, when we saw them last time, was leading 9-1 going into the second round. Now it looks like they're going to be down 1-9 just about if OS is able to continue this lead.
Indeed they are, and really you just got to be questioning, these AR players. I mean, they're just getting absolutely kind of outplayed, essentially. I mean, maybe it's just the fact that OS has played longer together. Maybe they're used to playing with one another, and the new AES team for Orlando maybe just needs a little bit more practice. Maybe this is exactly what they need heading into Orlando. We'll see what ends up happening and kind of landing out, but Mox able to find one over on that broken side, able to drop another one, but Hitman is there with the drone. He's got teammates watching over him. The 1-point toss should be good to go through. That one does bounce up and in. And OS, their great streak does continue.
All right, looking at it now, time dwindling away. 1-8 is going to be the score. The orb down in the middle. Looks like we're going to be going into the second half, 8-1. So, I mean, OS played so incredibly well there on this respawn. Now, and this is what I said, right? OS in respawn game type seemed like they're superior to AES simply because of the slaying capabilities. We saw in Hardpoint they were able to win. Mind you, it was relatively close and just shy of that. The Hardpoint was still relatively close, but nonetheless, the slaying capabilities were there, and we're seeing the same thing here. OS just, I think, overall is just a better slaying team from what
he just got a
3
3-piece in the kill cam. Okay, Simp. Average at best? Yeah, I like to see that. That's your emblem. That's very nice. But no, man, yeah, I agree with you. It's just, AES, I don't know, man. Online Squad is just completely destroying all of my predictions. For the fact that, obviously, like I said, AES, 3 of their guys are primarily AR players. This is their element. This is where the map they should be absolutely thriving on. They're getting destroyed by the Online Squad because they're ultimately just playing better. They're working as a team, essentially. And that's also very scary when you got teams and teammates who are very, very talented at getting kills done. But just as I say that, 3 down for Online Squad. Essentially, AES is going to be on their more preferred side, as it looks like he's going to get the dodge inside. Can he get the 1-point toss at the end of it? Will it go through?
It does.
So a good start there for the AES squad. Now going to be down by 3 possessions.
A decent start on their side. I mean, OS has been so incredibly aggressive, and I think AES hasn't found a way to shut that down. But like I said, it comes down to middle map control, and AES has been struggling to get that. Online Squad, even so, though, has been working these outer edges. And I think they need to start working on more choke points, especially you were mentioning the AR skills. Why aren't they using the AR skills to lock down those good choke points? I think that's the deciding factor, honestly, in this match so far as 3 go down for AES. Johnny last up here. Black Jacket to reduce the damage from the grenade. As Johnny's going to be working his way on this left-hand side. Nobody going for the orb just yet, though.
And I'm going to go for the drone as of right now. But just like I said, that 3 go down, and Nelson's going to be inside of his HCXD car. No one on the drone as of yet, but they're getting really good control here. If Hitman can get an opportunity for a one-point toss, that would be absolutely perfect for them, especially if they can get a little bit of control inside of the AES base. And just as I say that, 4 go down. Can they get the 2-point play off of it? He goes offside Church, and he's able to knock that one through. 10-2 now for the online squad. As Skies is going to have that drone in his hands yet again. He might try to go for the pass, but he might just rely on Simp to kind of watch over him. The pass comes in, the one-point toss. Will that one be good? And it will. Consistent shots. Online squad have been hitting their one-point tosses, I mean, absolutely perfectly. And Johnny's bringing out this Annihilator just to try and get any defensive kills that he possibly can, because they're getting absolutely overwhelmed by the OS team. And, of course, that one finally is able to get blocked by Nelson. But really just a string of overall control is exactly what OS needed, and they do that. And now their lead is back to where it essentially was at the start of the half.
Well, Nelson's about to run into some opponents here. He's going to have to back away. Pushing forward. Oh, gets taken out there. Not able to get a score. Goes for the throw. Able to get it. But now notice they're only getting 1-point scores, though. They're not getting the 2 that they drastically need. And it's about to reach a point of no return if they keep this. So we're going to see the Sith is going to be out. But nobody home.
Yeah, Nelson running a few kills through middle map. This is obviously a good play from him. But my thing is that they've used 2 weapons just to try and get out of their base. I mean, it's an overall good strategy for them to use, but essentially they're not using them in offensive manners. They need to, in some ways, take advantage of the side that they're on, use that Scythe, use that Annihilator once they're pushed forward. I mean, you got to rely on your gun skill, in a sense, to try and get out of your base. And really, they're going to have a Tempest at use. Drama's not going to be anywhere near his Scythe. Johnny's not going to be near his Annihilator. And Nelson's nowhere near his Psychosis. So essentially it's going to be very, very heavily relied in this next 2 minutes on their gun skill. Can they go really gun to gun against OS? That's going to be the major task for them right now, because they've got 2 enemies. They've got obviously OS, and they've got the time to worry about.
Selim at this point looks like he's just trying to bide more time, and as he should, because he's going to, like I said, it's going to be to the point of no return, and it pretty much already is. But with that score of 2, and you've noticed that the really big difference maker here is OS has been going for 2 points rather than the 1 point. And really, honestly, AES can't get the 2 points. If they would have been going for 2 points, I strongly feel they would have still been at 0 points. All of their scores have been single. But, you know, I got to say, like I said before the match, and I predicted it, I just think OS's slaying capabilities just was a little bit too much for AES to handle during this match. No way that they're going to be able to make this comeback at this point. OS is just shutting them down every step of the way. Now they've got to know that they've got to let this match go, much like Online Squad did in that Search and Destroy. They've got to come through in this next Capture the Flag here on Breach. Capture the Flag is going to be very big. It's a slower type of game style, which I think, honestly, is going to fit the slaying capability of AES a lot better.
Definitely agree with that. I mean, my predictions all night have, for the most part, been wrong. Like I said, OS has been a major part of that, and I give nothing but respect for these guys. And they have been absolutely dominating. I mean, all of these guys, not just Skies, not just Hitman, but Celium and Simp have been absolutely destroying. Just as I say that, more shots coming in, just insult to injury, essentially, as a 3-piece goes down there from Simp, and a 2-point play. Numbers have really just been dropped from the online squad. I mean, they have looked absolutely incredible so far in this tournament.
No, and I think they needed this too, right? Because I know at the very beginning when OS started playing, they were saying, okay, well, these guys are S&D stars, and they're obviously proving to be much more than that, right? They're very versatile players, and they're proving themselves considerably well. Now, I would like to get confirmation in the chat. If anybody knows that they're going to be attending Orlando, I would really like to see these.
I know some of I'm not sure about all of their ages, but I know Simp's like 15 years old.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the other guys' ages necessarily, but I know they're more younger players.
Welcome back, guys. Of course, we're back into the action as it seems. So
everything seems to be back online. Simp seems to be back in the lobby, and the grand finals can continue here in this map number 4. I did get confirmation from Johnny saying that the online squad will be up 1-0 essentially as far as the overall CTF count is considered. And we'll be playing out the entire game, but just kind of keep in mind the online squad has a 1-0 advantage.
So that's cool with me, right? I mean, as long as they keep it at 1-0, I mean, normally that would be a forfeit, but obviously if the teams have a history and they know each other and they have respect for each other, I can respect the fact that they're willing to start that. So it is adding a different effect. Now, I'm kind of curious to know if they're going to end it at 2 minutes and 50 seconds, because 2 minutes and 50 seconds had already been completed, but obviously we'll find an answer to that in about a minute and a half. But until then, we're going to go ahead and commentate the action. So just so you guys are updated, Online Squad is currently leading 1-0 in this matchup so far. Now, will this have an impact in the overall game? We will have to find out, but AES is currently down by 1 flag. Capture, getting new life, getting a new setup. Will AES be able to make this comeback?
We'll see what ends up going down. As I'm going to be on board with Hitman at the time, see if he can potentially make something happen through middle map. Nice shots coming into bottom broken, but nothing able to happen as of yet. The Psychosis bots take a lot of damage, but in the end, not going to equal out to any kills necessarily. But Simp gonna realize that someone might be actually inside of his overall base at the moment. Nelson slowly but surely making his streak up, actually go for the smoke and actually rush around the side. I like this play, but they're going to be expecting this one.
Well, this is what AES needed. They needed to start pushing forward, and you notice his team is pushing forward. They got one guy middle, camping in that little section. Control that middle map. I like what I'm seeing so far. Trying to grab some flag and trying to make it happen. Not going to happen as two people go down on both sides here. And that's a good kill. Now, is he going to proceed to go forward? He's not. He's actually reloading, and he's going to run into a player. Unfortunately, he does go down, selling with a good kill to knock out Nelson. Nelson was in a great position for his teammates to rally around him before they can go forward and catch the flag, or capture the flag rather, but it's not going to happen here now. I guess they're not going to restart it at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They're going to continue to play it forward. Now, guys, if you're just joining us, Online Squad is going to be up 1-0 against AES there in 2.5 minutes remaining in the match. Of course, though, the overall score 2-1. So Online Squad, if they win this, they're going to win $250 split evenly between the 4 players. AES needs to win this round in order to go for the fifth match in this best of 5.
Indeed they do, and of course Simp and the boys from Online Squad playing very, very slowly. Like I said, a lot of the times when you see some of these players and whatnot, just kind of, honestly just being a little bit younger, they have a little bit more unexperience, and they don't seem to kind of rush out plays the way they're supposed to, and they are playing absolutely lights out, perfect play coming in them from that grab. They know exactly where the spawns are happening. Simp has got the flag in his grasps as they look to try to make it 2-0. Of course, with that restart, them already having a 1 flag advantage. Looks like he's going to get tagged up from the side, but it doesn't matter, as that one's going to go in for another flag score. Player just to his left. He's going to be taken down, but to no avail. Nothing's really going to equal out too much from it.
Well, just a reminder, guys, now the score is currently 2-0. I know it says 1-0, but after the restart, it's going to be 2-0. Just to give you guys a heads up, Online Squad poised to win the prize pool of $295. So, will AES be able to win this? Now, what has been the big factors here, right? I think the big factors have obviously been AES hasn't been controlling those lines of sights. But lucky for them, it looks like Drama is poised for a capture here. And that is big for them, going into the round, obviously being down.
He's fully streaked out as well.
And he's fully streaked out. So this is huge, especially if AES can manage to tie it up here. He can use the Lightning Strike or even the Hellstorm, the Lightning Strike, to come in and potentially clean it up if they were going in for a flag capture. So the streaks are going to be really important here.
Indeed they are, and it's kind of like a little funny interaction that just happened with Drama. But still, I honestly think that probably streaks are more valuable in CTF than any other game type, in my opinion. But as I say that, 4 go down for AES for a short time, but there will be someone on the fly that is going to be sealing him. Flag in hand, here come the streaks, but now is not the time to use it, as he's going to be able to stay alive.
No, I disagree.
No problem whatsoever
that.
in that particular engagement, but Skies is able to find 2 off to the side, 3 down. Mox is the last player alive, but he's not going to be there in time. He realizes such, and just like that, that flag lead is going to go back to Online Squad, currently up 3-1, not 2-1, but like I said, 3-1, so 2 flag caps. I don't think we're going to see anything at the half, so it will be a 2 flag cap lead heading into the second side, potentially the final 5 minutes of the 4v4 variant tournament tonight.
Now, looking at this map here, does any which side have the better?
You could argue potentially the side that the Online Squad is currently on. Like I said, CTF, it's a little bit different from CTF. Like I said, it's very methodical play, right? I give you maybe different maps to have certain sides that you prefer to be on. As far as this map on Breach, I really think it's kind of up in the air, to be completely honest. I don't think that just because, Online Squad was on a certain side on this map that they have a massive advantage. I just think they really got the slaying done, and in the end, it just kind of worked for them.
Well, going into the second half here, guys, Online Squad leading 3-1. Now, I got to know in the chat, besides the hashtag all lowercase scuff100K to be entered into the Prime membership, do you think AES has it within them to make this comeback to tie up the series score 2-2 to go into the final round in this best of 5? Or do you think Online Squad is going to overtake it and take the victory? We'll find out as we see. AES pushing this right side. Already 2 have been shut down, and it looks like Drama is going to pick up a kill there on Simp, as he's going to continue to lock down that section. Of course, though, he's going to be challenged by Callum, and a good kill there, and he's going to be streaked out himself.
He is indeed. Streaks very, very important, especially for the time that we are at currently in the game. 14-7 on a 5 spree. Can he make it a 6? Player just to his right. Looks like a little bit of a lightning bolt just off to his right leg. This will be able to stay up for the time being. The Psychosis is out. The Tempest is as well. It looks like it's going to be pretty good for them for the time being. The Tempest is trying to stay alive. Johnny ends up dropping.
Wow, great stop.
So the flag for Online Squad, both defense and offensively, working out very, very well. as they're going to have to try to get this flag in. I don't think really anyone's going to be there. So this could be another flag cap going for Online Squad.
And that is hurting. I mean, you're talking about the second side here. 350 remaining, still a lot of time, but to beat down 3 flags is a lot, considering the fact that, I mean, the overall flag capture total is 4 flags. I mean, in order to get up and capture 3 flags in a row just to tie it up, man, it's definitely looking grim for Team AES.
It is indeed. One player that's going to have to try to lift these guys up is going to be Johnny and Nelson. I mean, definitely have a lot of experience under their belts as far as tournaments are considered. They played numerous amounts of uplinks and CTFs in their past, especially in the Call of Duty World League as well. Johnny's going to bring out the side to potentially trying to lock this one down, try to lock down this choke point, essentially. He's not going to have anyone kind of leading the way for the moment. Drama going to bring out the HDXD card, gets met with another one as BattleBots happen for a short time. Online Squad, though, still holding strong, playing very, very defensively, which to no avail is a very smart play to be using. But that dart is out, and players are trying to look for it, and Skies just turns to the right and destroys the dart. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that was a pretty crazy shot, to say the least.
Man, look at this. I mean, all players dropping for AES, and they're getting outslayed. You know, I really thought this slow type of gameplay would really benefit them, but it seems like
it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like every prediction that we had coming into a game, when it comes into Online Squad, man, they just work so well as a team. They're like a team of veterans. Like they're playing like a team of veterans. They know exactly what each other's going to be doing. They know exactly where their spawns are going to be taking place, as they should. But everything, I mean, like I said, they're playing like a team of veterans, and they got the gun skill of guys who have been playing this game for years.
Well, I also want to point out, too, I mean, you look at the flag captures for Online Squad. You know, Hitman, Celium, and Simp all share a flag capture. Plus, mind you, not even mentioning the other one that we saw in the beginning before the restart, right? But maybe it's changing a little bit. Mox, he's going to have that flag. He's poised to actually capture this. I don't think he could be stopped at this point. There is going to be one going middle map. Now, that stop needs to happen. But it looks like Mox, Mox will, in fact, make it through, and that's going to bring it up. So now they're going to be down 2 flags. Current score is going to be 4-2. It's very possible something could happen here. It's very possible, and I would really enjoy it if it did make this comeback. I mean, but they got to get serious here.
They do. They've got to get nice team pushes, get 2 or 3 down, and make sure they do have streaks. Just to say that Mox is going to have full streaks right now, and Tempest at his side just needs to make sure he can stay on the map. He is able to do at least one. Just about one player just over, and of course that's going to be a nice couple kills actually from that player. That was Hitman for a short time, so Mox really just waiting for his teammates to respawn up, because essentially it's kind of very unlikely that he would try and challenge 2 players plus get a flag out and be able to stay alive. So
now to push a flag is the only one near the opponent's flag with your other teammates spawning up in the back on their spawn. I mean, it's just pretty much suicidal, but luckily he does live, and he's managed. I mean, it might work out for him. Flag jacket going in effect there.
Here comes the smoke. Simp is in actually a great position. Why would you run with this Lycosis bot like that?
Oh my gosh,
Simp?
2 kills. Simp tops it and returns it and gets a third one.
My goodness,
almost
Simp.
Getting an entire team kill. Simp stops that, and that is such a big stop, especially in the last minute. Simp needed that. More importantly, AES needed that flag. Now they're going to have to restart all over again, and they are looking for a miracle. And oh my gosh, I just don't see it happening, guys. I think Online Squad could pull this through. Tempest going in effect. Hitman going down. AES flag has been in the hands of Celium. They're going to be pushing forward here, still streaked out. Even if AES would manage to get the flag, that Hellstorm and the Lightning Strike is going to be so detrimental for that. And if they are able to capture this flag, which it looks like they will, there it is. It is all but over. 5-2 is the score, and they know there's no coming back. Man, what a tournament we had here. AES looking so incredibly strong, but Online Squad, though, a little bit stronger as they come in. And Online Squad, if we take a look at the bracket, I mean, the player or the teams that they beat were phenomenal. One of them beating Cloud9, right? They were the one who knocked out Cloud9. Of course, though, in the very beginning, the team that they had actually was United. So they knocked out E-United.
Wow.
And they also knocked out Cloud9. Follow UMG events plus our sponsors. There's a lot of things to do, but I think you can handle it.
I think you can.
Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time.